There are some people who just, I think, were born to put an optimistic spin on things, and Kevin Fuerst with Fuerst Financial Group, I have found, is one of those. So good to see you.
Good to see you, Julie.
I could use a little positivity in my day.
Well,
and if you're watching and you've never heard from Kevin before, he is Fuerst Financial Group. So he helps people to increase their portfolios, but you have to start somewhere. So we kind of thought that would be our topic today.
Yeah, sounds good.
I was driving in this morning, was listening to WGOW.
Of course.
My dear friend Jed and JR were talking about rental prices in town, and are they high or low compared to the national average. I didn't catch the beginning of the conversation, but I heard some numbers. Things like they looked up a apartment in Hickson, like it was 2-bedroom, 1 bath or something, just shy of $2,000 a month. Somebody else called in to say when he got his first house a few years ago, thanks to having that home ownership, it's stationary,
Right.
he pays $800 a month.
Oh, wow.
So, home ownership still the foundation to building wealth in this country, do you find?
I think it's one of them, yeah. I think especially on the real estate, why not own versus lease, especially at $2,000. I wasn't aware of that, that $2,000 a month for a rental.
It's a lot.
It's unbelievable.
So
I
there are a
can't
lot of
even
people
imagine.
though, and you know, I have daughters who are now they are adults and entering into adulthood. So I watch and see what their financial future might look like compared to ours. You said though, it's not as hard as people think it is to get to that goal of
Yeah.
having a nice sized portfolio.
Yeah, and I think you start with, these days, I think you have to think $1 million. How do I get to $1 million? And you do it a little bit at a time. The number that's out there, I forget what it is, it's in the billions of dollars that people don't take on their matching 401k. So they don't even put into a 401k that's giving them dollar for dollar on the first 3 to 5%, whatever the 401 is.
Right.
They're walking away from free money, and you can't talk them into it. And
It's
so
free.
to me, that's one of the basics, or an IRA that you can put, anywhere to $2,000 to $7,000 a year you can put into it of your income.
Not to get too much in the weeds, but if you are going to be contributing to your 401k, if you've got a child in a position to do that now, do you recommend Roth versus traditional?
I think you do, well, with the 401k you have to do both. So the matching part would go to the regular 401, the Roth would be the amount that you put in. So I do like the Roth in the 401 for
Okay.
sure. I think
Okay.
because then it's tax-free money later on.
Correct.
So it's really good to have some of each. I don't know that you can, because you also like the 401 for the purpose of deferring some of your taxes. So that it's kind of a balancing
You
act.
need
Which one
the
do you want?
two.
Which one do you want? Yeah. So you do.
Okay.
If you can do both, do both.
Discretionary spending. A lot of people are going to say, what are you talking about? My grocery bills are sky high. Gas is still high comparatively. I'm hardly making any unnecessary choices. There's always some place you can cut.
There is, and so you just have. If you watch a thing, you'll change a thing. So you have to watch your budget. You have to know what money's coming in. You have to know what's going out. And there's a lot of things you don't need that you can, even myself, there's things sometimes I just am not going to spend the money and I'll do something else just because of the price of it or whatever.
I like to compartmentalize. I like a goal, like an attainable short-term goal. So if you are, let's say you hit the local coffee shop every day and you think I'm going to take that $5 or $7 and
Right.
put it towards
Yep,
something.
exactly.
Do you like the idea of taking that cash money and really and truly accumulating it and then using it to purchase a CD or purchasing something?
Yeah, or
as
a
opposed to
house
blending it
or
in?
whatever it is. You have to start somewhere. So you start, what is that discretionary income? How much do you have? How much can you put back? And just start to build a lifetime of saving. The main thing is, and I think we've talked about it before, you have to consider the time factor. That's what people forget. One, they think, well, I'll do it later when I have money. When the real truth is, we all have some money that we can put back. And I'm not going to say $1 a day, but $1 a day is $365. All of a sudden it adds up. And then $2 a day and $4 and $5. Some of our wealthiest people that I deal with, didn't have a lot of money, but they just learned how to save really
Right.
well.
That's its own skill, learning how to save.
It is.
When you talk about the $1 million portfolio, I've got about a minute left. Does that include the value of your home?
It doesn't have to. I think you can save $1 million. You just have to do it on purpose. And the other thing I tell people too is look for opportunities. And I don't think the market is everybody's answer to everything. I don't think anything is. I don't think real estate is the answer to everything. I think you have to look at both of them. Save some money, have some in your checking savings, save some money, put it for long term, and then look for opportunities in the real estate market. There's all kinds of things that are out there to make money. You just have to have, we get beat down so much on the news and all the negativity. I think you have to look for positive things that come your way. I think that's been a lot of the people that I deal with, their success. They have different types of assets, and they've taken the opportunities to grow that.
And it's habit forming. So
It is
begin with
habit
one
forming.
good habit,
Yep.
and it'll build to another one.
It is, yep.
You're a good habit, so thanks for coming our way every
Thanks,
month.
Julie.
Kevin Fuerst at Fuerst Financial Group, 899-8555. His website, growkeepleave.com. Thank you.
Thanks.